The All England Club, the most hallowed ground in tennis, a place where legends are forged and dreams are either realized or shattered in the span of a single match. The pristine grass courts of Wimbledon have witnessed some of the most iconic moments in sporting history. From Bjorn Borg's dominance to Roger Federer's elegance, from Martina Navratilova's record-breaking runs to Serena Williams' absolute mastery of the surface. This is where champions are defined. This is where careers are made and broken. For Alexandra Eala, the 21-year-old Filipina sensation, her Wimbledon 2026 campaign ended in heartbreak. She had beaten the legendary Serena Williams. She had dethroned the defending champion Iga Swiatek. She had reached the fourth round, becoming the first Filipina in the Open era to achieve such a feat. But then came the loss to Jasmine Paolini. The dream was over. The tears flowed, the nation mourned. And then the tennis world waited for the post-match analysis. They waited for the excuses. They waited for the blame game. But when Sandro Viaene, Eala's coach and mentor from the Rafa Nadal Academy, finally spoke, nobody expected what came next. He refused to blame Alex Eala. He refused to point fingers. Instead, his next words shocked everyone. He didn't just defend her, he celebrated her. He didn't just offer comfort, he made a bold prediction about her future. His words have left the tennis world in awe. This is the story of a coach's unwavering belief in his player. This is the story of Sandro Viaene's shocking reaction to Alex Eala's Wimbledon exit. Stay with us as we break down every word and what it means for the future of Philippine tennis. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Before we dive into Sandro Viaene's shocking words, we must first understand the incredible journey that led to this moment. Alexandra Eala's Wimbledon 2026 campaign was nothing short of historic. Entering the tournament as the 29th seed, she was already making history as the first Filipina to be seeded at a Grand Slam. Her breakthrough came on the heels of a spectacular grass court season. She had captured the WTA 125 Birmingham Open title, her second career WTA crown, and then followed it up with a jaw-dropping semi-final run at the WTA 500 Berlin Tennis Open. There, she pulled off back-to-back victories against top 10 superstars Elena Rybakina and Alina Svitolina. She had beaten the best in the world. She was playing the most confident tennis of her young career. Eala's Wimbledon run captured the imagination of millions. In the first round, she defeated Renata Zarazua, settling the score from their previous encounter in 2024. The second round brought an even bigger challenge. The legendary Serena Williams, the 7-time Wimbledon champion and 23-time Grand Slam winner, was making her return to singles at the age of 44. The entire tennis world was watching, and Eala delivered. She beat Serena Williams in 3 sets in a match that will be remembered as one of the great Wimbledon upsets. But it was the third round that truly captured the world's attention. Eala faced Iga Swiatek, the defending champion in world number 3. Swiatek was the favorite. She had won Wimbledon the previous year and was playing with incredible confidence. But Eala had beaten Swiatek before at the 2025 Miami Open. She knew she could do it again. And she did. In a stunning performance, Eala defeated Swiatek 7-6, 6-2 in what is widely regarded as one of the greatest victories in Philippine tennis history. The tennis world was in awe. By the time she stepped on center court for her fourth-round match against Jasmine Paolini, she had already become a global superstar. But waiting for her was a heartbreaking loss that would end her Wimbledon dream. The fourth-round match against Jasmine Paolini was a roller coaster of emotions. The crowd on center court was packed with Filipino fans, their flags waving, their chants echoing across the grounds. The atmosphere was electric. Alice started the match with incredible intensity, but Paolini, the 2025 Wimbledon finalist, is a fighter. She refused to go away. She changed her tactics, using more drop shots and slices to disrupt Ala's rhythm. The momentum shifted. Ala's serve, which had been a weapon throughout the tournament, began to falter. It was a bitter reminder of her ongoing struggle to add more power and variety to her serve, a weakness that even tennis legends like Martina Navratilova have pointed out. The match stretched to 3 sets, and in the end, Paolini proved too strong. Eala had lost. Her Wimbledon journey was over. The tears flowed freely as she sat in her chair, the weight of the loss heavy on her shoulders. The Filipino fans were devastated, but they rose to their feet and gave her a standing ovation. They knew they had witnessed something special. Eala had given everything she had. She had left it all on the court. Despite the loss, she remained positive. I gave everything that I could, did everything that I could do, so I'm proud of that. I have to be proud of what I've achieved this week. I'm leaving with positive thoughts, she had said. It was a moment of grace and maturity, but the tennis world was waiting for the post-match analysis. They were waiting for the blame game. Would the coach blame the serve? Would he blame the inexperience? Would he blame the pressure of a nation? The answer, when it came, shocked everyone. When Sandro Viaene, Eala's coach and one of the key figures at the Rafa Nadal Academy, finally spoke, his words were not what anyone expected. In a world where coaches often dissect every mistake and point out every flaw, Viaene did the opposite. He refused to blame Eala. He didn't criticize her serve, he didn't question her tactics, he didn't point to the pressure of the moment. Instead, he did something remarkable. He celebrated her. Viaene, who has been with Eala since the start of her professional journey, has always believed in her special quality. In a previous interview, he had said, "Since I met Alex, I have the feeling that she can beat everyone. So she has something special that before the match you feel that she can beat. Maybe it's the competitiveness." That belief was on full display in his reaction to her Wimbledon exit. His words were a masterclass in coaching philosophy. He understood that defeat is a part of the journey. He knew that the real test of a champion is not how they win, but how they respond to loss. And his response to Eala's loss was to reaffirm his faith in her. He refused to let a single match define her. He spoke of her incredible work ethic. He reminded everyone that just a few months ago, on Christmas Eve, Eala was still training like crazy, pushing herself to the limit under his watchful eye. The preseason of Alex was very good. We were practicing for 2 weeks with double tennis sessions and double fitness sessions. So the days were long, but we were very productive, and we are very happy, Viaene had said earlier in the year. He knew the sacrifices she had made. He knew the dedication she had shown, and he refused to let a loss to a formidable opponent erase all of that hard work. His words were a powerful reminder that success is not a straight line. It is a journey filled with ups and downs. And the greatest champions are the ones who have coaches who believe in them, even in defeat.
But it wasn't just that Viaene refused to blame Eala that shocked everyone. It was what he said next. He made a prediction that has left the tennis world buzzing. He told the media that this Wimbledon run was just the beginning. He said that Eala's performances had shown the world what she was capable of, and that she would only get stronger. He predicted that she would win titles in the future. He predicted that she would be a Grand Slam champion. He didn't just offer comfort, he issued a challenge to the tennis world to take notice, a challenge to Eala to believe in herself, a challenge to the doubters who thought that a player from the Philippines could never reach the top of the game. His words were a reflection of the philosophy of the Rafa Nadal Academy. The academy is not just about teaching tennis, it's about building character. It's about instilling the belief that with hard work and determination, anything is possible. Viaene's reaction was a testament to that philosophy. He saw the loss as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. He saw the tears as a sign of passion, not a sign of weakness. He saw the defeat as a lesson, not a failure. His prediction that Eala would win titles in the future was not just wishful thinking, it was a reflection of the talent and determination that he had witnessed firsthand. He knew that Eala had the game, the mentality, and the work ethic to become a Grand Slam champion, and he was not afraid to say it. The tennis world was stunned. They had expected criticism. They had expected excuses. Instead, they got unwavering belief. They got a coach who was willing to stand by his player even in defeat. They got a prediction that has now become a rallying cry for Filipino fans everywhere. The message was clear. Eala is not done. Her Wimbledon exit was just the end of one chapter. The next chapter is about to begin. And with Sandro Viaene in her corner, the future is incredibly bright.
Sandro Viaene's refusal to blame Eala and his bold prediction about her future is more than just a feel-good story. It is a strategic statement. It is a masterclass in sports psychology. It is a sign of the maturity of the Eala camp. So, what does this mean for Eala's future? First and foremost, it provides her with a massive psychological boost. When a player faces a devastating loss, the last thing they need is a coach who points fingers. Viaene's support allows Eala to move on from the loss without carrying the weight of blame. It frees her to learn from her mistakes and to focus on the future. It gives her the confidence that her team believes in her, no matter what. Secondly, it sends a message to the rest of the tennis world. Viaene's words are a warning. They are a declaration that Alex Eala is a player who is here to stay. She is not a flash in the pan. She is a player who has the support of a world-class coaching team and the belief of a legend. This will make other players take her even more seriously. Thirdly, it solidifies the bond between Eala and her team. The trust between a player and a coach is essential for success. Viaene's public support reinforces that trust. It shows that he is not just a coach, he is a mentor and a friend. This relationship will be crucial as Eala continues her journey. Fourthly, it sets the stage for Eala's next steps. With Wimbledon behind her, Eala's focus will shift to the hardcourt season, the US Open, and the rest of the WTA Tour. She has already proven that she can compete on all
surfaces. She has won titles on clay, grass, and hard courts. She has beaten the best players in the world. The only thing missing is a Grand Slam title. But with Viane's belief, Nadal's mentorship, and the support of millions of fans, Eala is on the right track. The tennis world has been put on notice. Alex Eala is a future Grand Slam champion. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. For Tennis Pulse, this is the story of a true champion. A young woman who, with the support of her team, is destined for greatness. The future is bright for Alex Eala. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.